Okay, so this recording is going to answer a question that nobody really seems to have a good answer to, which is, why do we get cancer? Why do human beings get cancer? And I mean animals too, but we're focusing on human beings right now. So, most people working in, conventional medicine and dealing with cancer, helping people, supporting people around cancer, would say that we don't really know, that just something kind of goes wrong. It's a random event. It may have something to do with, lifestyle choices, but we can't really say for sure that, 1+1=2, with 2 being the development of cancer. So the question is, are you okay with that? Or do you want to know why it is that you got cancer? And I think it's crucial to know why it is that you developed cancer, because understanding that element of things is the key to being able to uncreate cancer. Now, the information I'm going to share with you today is not a cancer cure. It's not a cancer treatment. It's essentially something that has never been brought to the planet before. It's something completely new, but it is a way of navigating the cancer experience that has the potential, depending on a number of factors, that you need to kind of check a few boxes in terms of your personal makeup and as a human personality, but has the potential to allow you to create your own spontaneous remission. That's the term that would be used in the medical world today. So, what is the answer to the question, why do people get cancer? Well, simply put, cancer is a disease of separation. Now, what do I mean by that? Separation. Separation from what? I don't mean just, people separating after they've been married, although that could actually be, one of the causative factors in the development of cancer. But what I mean by separation will become clear as I go through these 3 main points that are crucial to understanding why and how cancer happens and how you have the potential to uncreate cancer in your own body. So, number 1, we are here on Earth at this time. You've incarnated on Earth at this time to shed your religious and or atheistic and sometimes even quote unquote spiritual conditioning around who and what God is, and to wake up to the reality that we are living in a simulation of separation. And by separation, I mean separation from what we might think of as God, which I like to refer to as Mother, Father, Source. So in actual fact, each of us is what could be thought of as an incarnation or an emanation of Mother, Father, Source. Mother, Father, Source is inside of each of us, is what is creating us, is who we actually are at our very core. However, we are living in a simulation of separation that is extremely convincing. It's essentially an illusion that causes us to assume and believe that we have nothing to do with Source. We just think that we're these, carbon suits running around who have evolved out of other more primitive creatures. And we don't recognize, most of us, that we are actually incarnations or emanations of Mother, Father, Source. We have no idea. There's nothing in our environment, nothing in our lives, nothing in our experience, for most of us, that tells our 5 physical senses that the truth of what we actually are. That's why I say we're living in a simulation of separation, a simulation of having nothing to do with this concept of what what God is, what the divine is. So that's point number one. Point number two, cancer occurs as a result of buying into the simulation of separation at the level of the subconscious mind. Now, what happens when you buy into the simulation of separation? In other words, you believe that you are separate from Mother, Father, Source. You believe that you have nothing to do with Mother, Father, Source, or God, depending on what word you want to use. Well, what happens is that cells in your body will start to be birthed when there's cell replication. The cells that are birthed, that are created, will be abnormal. They will be aneuploid. All cancerous cells are aneuploid. And this will start to happen, this proliferation of abnormal aneuploid cells, in the organ of the body that corresponds to your personal key entanglement with the simulation of separation. So you have a specific kind of sticking point that has caused you to buy into the simulation of separation as being truth. And what happens is, as a result of this, what most people don't realize, that there are what can be thought of as harmonics that guide the formation of matter, which is your physical body. Your physical body is comprised of matter, and the harmonics become dissonant. And those harmonics are the force that causes cells to start to be birthed with an abnormal element to them, which is that they have an incorrect number of chromosomes. Chromosomes are supposed to be a certain way, and then basically if you have too many or too few, you get aneuploid cells, and those are what we know of as cancerous cells. So it is what is happening in your consciousness, specifically in your subconscious mind, that actually causes your body, which is simply an extension of your consciousness. The body is actually made of consciousness. Matter is a form of consciousness. Anyway, it causes your body to start to create cancerous cells. Okay, now point number three. If you can unearth the reason why you have developed your own personal entanglement with the simulation of separation and release it from what might be thought of as your Akashic record, which is projected from your soul star chakra into layer 8 of your etheric DNA, if we're going to get really technical about it, then you can instruct your body just through the state of your consciousness, through a different set of harmonics, which has to do with frequencies and energy and vibration and all that good stuff. You can instruct your body to stop creating cancerous cells. The physical DNA, which comprises chromosomes, which are inside your cells, it forms differently. It starts to form the way that it's supposed to. And then you don't get aneuploid cells. You don't get so-called cancerous cells being birthed anymore. So that's that. Hi, my name's Amanda. I am a channel who works with angelic beings to bring through information about how we can reprogram our mind-body connection to maximize our chances of generating what we think of as a spontaneous remission from cancer. If you'd like more information about how I can help you, please visit ascendyourdna.com.